So I finally just watched Tick Tick Boom, and I gotta say, I don't think I've ever seen a more relatable movie. It was wild how much I saw myself in that. And it was really interesting. First of all, I think it was phenomenally done. The actors did an unbelievably phenomenal job. Really, really top notch acting. One of the things that I really thought was most interesting to watch was something that I've been thinking about a lot lately in my own performances and just becoming a better musician. And I was noticing it a lot inside of this video, inside of the movie. It's something that I've been learning through vocal lessons, and it's about how artists express themselves in song and enunciate and emphasize certain words and phrases during the song. And I actually thought that they were doing a really good job because you could really feel the emotion. And I brought it up to my vocal coach, and she's like, yeah, they're acting, right? And she was like, that's kind of what singing is. You kind of have to get into this persona. They're obviously acting in the character in the movie, but even as a singer yourself, you have to almost act the part kind of thing. If you know, there's a different couple schools of thoughts on this, but you almost have to act the part where you're becoming this character of yourself where you like, I mean, I when she said it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so freeing. Because Jacob Restituto is a little intimidated to go crazy on stage, but the character that I want to be the guy that does that. If I pretend that I'm being a character, it's a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to portray what I'm trying to say than if I'm just thinking about it being me. It was just very, very interesting. And then, oh my gosh, this was probably the most relatable part. There's two really relatable parts. The first one that I thought was super relatable, and it's being really real and raw and honest, was the fact that he felt so guilty sometimes because he was so stressed about all the other things in life, but he was also stressed about his work and his passion. And I relate to that because you're like, and you feel guilty about this sometimes. You're like, you should be worried about this, you should be worried about that, or not that you should be worried about anything, but there are things that are of a big importance in life, and sometimes we're still thinking about our job or our career or our passion, and it's like, man, it's I feel kind of wrong for thinking about it, but it just kind of consumes you, and it sounds kind of wrong when you say it like that, but it's such a big passion. It's like one of the top things in your life, and I really related to that, man. I also related to the really grinding it out. There's like no other option. He had no other option. There wasn't like, okay, I could get a job, I could do this. He considered it every once in a while because it was like really nice pay and, really nice lifestyle. But it's like there's no other option inside his heart, if that makes sense. He was like, he had to do this, and it paid off, which is beautiful. Another and probably the most relatable thing in it is the constant rejection, constant people, nobody showing up to shows, being impossible to sell tickets, impossible to hear back from people, like when his management wasn't responding. Oh my gosh, people not showing up, or the right people showing up, and you think it's going to turn into one thing, but it doesn't turn into that thing you hope. So many different aspects of the movie were so unbelievably relatable. I thought it was phenomenal. I thought that every actor and actress did such a phenomenal job. I thought it was really fun to see the little cameos from all the different people, including Lin-Manuel himself in it. So shout out to Andrew Garfield. Shout out to every cast member. I thought it was phenomenal. Thank you guys for recommending it here on the channel. If you want to watch my reaction to it and the insight that I provide in it, go check out the Patreon. It is on Patreon as we speak, so you can go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. God bless and peace out.